Welcome to Fly Nubian Queen Network, the network for melanated people like you. I am your host, Mary Dean Esquire, here at the WallStreetLawyer.com. And today we're going to talk about what has been breaking the internet. So I ran across this meme on social media and it really caught my attention. I was going to talk about something else tonight. Think I'll talk about that on Thursday because this just seemed a little bit juicier. So come on in here because I want to know what you guys think about that. Make sure you drop your B1 in the chat. Let me know where you are from. Shout out your city and your name. And just tell me where you're coming from. If you're looking to grow your business, please check out flynubianbusiness.com. If you're looking to better manage your money, please check out flynubianmoney.com. You can always find me, Mary Dean Esquire, online at thewallstreetlawyer.com. And this topic really touched me because you know how we do over here. We are hashtag B1. We are hashtag all about putting Black people first. And I must admit, even when it comes to business, I do, as an attorney, I interview a lot of people and who come in and they want to talk about their product. And hardly ever anybody wants to cater to just Black people. And I understand, people, it seems like Black people, and this is where I say it seems like it's an insecurity thing that you think that you're not going to make money if you don't focus on just catering to B1, hashtag B1. So I want you guys to drop in your hashtag B1 and let me know. We got Gambino from the Bahamas in the house. Oh, I love the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. It was a beautiful place. I did I recorded some video. One of my first videos I recorded, my spoken word was in the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. But I digress. So back to this concerned mom issues the hashtag white baby challenge in an attempt to reverse their negative birth rate. So I thought that this was really interesting. So come on in here. Let me know where you're from. I'm going to play this video for you because I want you to hear this straight from the horse's mouth. I don't want to put no words in her mouth. And then we're going to dive in and kind of dissect this a bit. So make sure you hit the share and subscribe button because this is a very important topic. This topic is important because I think that for most of us, Black people, we don't seem to be as pro-Black, as dating Black. Maybe not those others, not us in the B1 community, but everybody else. And so this was interesting to me because it was an opportunity to see what they are doing and how they view, how proud they are of who they are, what they've done. And so I just want you to take a look at a couple of these videos. So we're going to start with this one right here with the mom who went viral. I'm going to let it play.
I mean, this is what you're talking about. This is the situation that we're in right now. How is this? What you're proposing is have more babies. That's it, right?
Exactly. And I often say it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek tweet and that I didn't expect anyone to actually conceive a child based on a tweet. But at the same time, I was trying to draw attention in a slightly humorous way to a very real problem, and that is that whites currently do not have a replacement rate when it comes to our births. And by some estimations, we are scheduled for complete extinction in 300 years. And if you're thinking about that in terms of like historically, that's not very long. So we really need to get on this and decide whether or not we want to have white people within the future of the world.
I mean, this is what.
Okay, so I don't know about you, how you feel about having more white people in the world, but considering how they get away with murdering my innocent brothers and sisters, I'm not in a rush to create more of them. I will say that. But yes, and so this woman is taking it upon herself. So I did a little more deep diving into some history and to see what was really going on in the media about this. And I came across this interesting article. Let me pull it up here. Yes, it was confirmed for me that the U.S. will become minority white in 2045. The census projects, and so this is important because, again, like I said, as an attorney, I'm able to work with a lot of entrepreneurs. Some, Black entrepreneurs just starting out. And it is very interesting to me. Everything that all the research that I've ever done about starting a business and servicing particular people, everyone always say that it is best practice to cater to one particular niche. That you're not really, because the truth be told, you cannot service everybody anyway. You will not service everybody anyway. If you could, and to be honest with you, you're not for everyone. So while you may, let's say you do have the capacity and your business can actually serve the entire planet, you will not appeal to the entire planet. The entire planet will not want to be serviced by you. And so it is the when you carve out a particular niche and you say, you know what, I'm going to cater to this particular niche, what that allows you to do is to create language in your marketing material and language in all of your material for your business and all of your copy tailored to that particular person. And so you can, which allows you to connect with your ideal consumer, and which will equate to more sales, more clients, more customers for you. So everyone says this. And so when I have a lot of minority clients that come through the door, it's interesting to me how, and I work with investors that really like to invest in Black-owned businesses. And it's very interesting to me, so I'm looking for Black-owned businesses, but I'm looking for Black-owned businesses that want to invest and cater to and serve other Black-owned businesses, because I am B1. Yes, I am Marye Dean Esquire here at the WallStreetLawyer.com. Yes, honey. Founder of BlackWallStreet.com. Yes, honey. I am B1. So I'm always, looking for businesses that are catering to Black people first. And so many newbie entrepreneurs are insecure to make that particular leap. And so for those of you who are insecure to make that particular leap into B1 and servicing and catering to the B1 community, might I remind you that Black folks have $1.3 trillion spending power. So we got the bread, we got the dough. But another incentive that I hope to inspire you to invest in B1 by catering to B1, service in B1, and being about your B1 business is that to understand that the United States will become minority white in 2045. That's not that far away. That's not that far away. We're already in 2021. So in another 20 some odd years, we will be minority white. And so white women are attacking this, hitting committing their wombs to the movement. I'm talking, that's some dedication. They are dedicating their wombs. We got, and the Black brothers can't dedicate their penis. They can't keep their penis in the Black community. But these white women have pledged their wombs to the Black community. So yes, I'm coming here to you live, Marye Dean Esquire here at the WallStreetLawyer.com. Coming to you live on Fly Nubian Queen Network, the network for melanated people like you. So make sure you hit the share and subscribe button, because we are talking about the hashtag white baby challenge, which is the alt-right white women's alternative solution to the fact that they are slowly becoming extinct. So back to this, back to this article I was reading. Where was I? Okay, so the U.S. will become minority white in 2045, the census projects. A new confirmed the importance of racial minorities as the primary demographic engine of the nation's future growth, countering an aging, slow-growing, and soon-to-be declining white population. The new statistics project that the nation will become minority white in 2045. During that year, whites will comprise 49.7% of the population, in contrast to 24.6% of Hispanics. The Hispanics they be multiplying like rabbits. 13.1% for Blacks, 7.9% for Asians, and 3.8% for multiracial populations. So that's what we're looking like. So I mean, so they're going to be the minority. The nation will become minority white, but even as a part of all of the groups, it still seems like they are going to be more in population than the other ones. They'll just be less than all of the other minority groups combined. Okay. So the shift is the result of two trends. First, between 2018 and 2060, gains will continue in the combined racial to minority populations, growing by 74%. Second, during this time frame, the aging white population will see a modest immediate gain through 2024 and then experience a long-term decline through 2060, a consequence of more deaths than births. So let me get into some of their tweets. I want to get into this because I thought that was interesting. But I also came across, so this is what Olujami Ochozi said. I know I'm butchering that. God forgive me. Ashe. Ashe. This is why the white establishment wants to stop African childbirth. Concerned moms issue white baby challenge in an attempt to reverse their slow extinction. So then I came across this. Let's see. How many children to have is between you and the Lord. Okay, all right, Karen. We are being replaced. White genocide. White hashtag white. So this is the way at the way of the world. We are being replaced. Hashtag white genocide. Hashtag white baby challenge. Hashtag white culture. Hashtag NWO, which New World Order. Hashtag United Nations. Hashtag UN. Hashtag all right. Hashtag nationalism. Hashtag population replacement. Very interesting. White spring rising. Hashtag white baby challenge. Becoming a mother is one of the greatest experiences a woman can have. Don't put it off any longer. Your people need you. I feel like I'm willing to commit my womb. Mother, without you, our people can't survive. White spring rising. Oh, look at Becky. Look at her. Look at Becky laid out there. That snow bunny. Okay. White hashtag white baby challenge. What do Black people have anything to do with this? With the challenge is my question. Okay, well, obviously what we have, I will say you say it ain't none of my business. Look, it ain't none of my business. We're about the business of getting on to get on. And when you're focused on growth and what you're building, what you're doing with your womb and your body really ain't none of my business. But I will say this, it's important. Because I want you to understand that the last will be first and the first will be last. And oftentimes, many minority people, because we've had such a hard life and such a difficult experience in the United States of America, I think that we get bleak and we feel like you are outnumbered and you feel like you have no allies and you feel like you have nowhere to turn and you feel like you're losing the battle. And so I am making the point to remind you of the power of your essence. I'm constantly speaking about the movie and Avatar and how the blue people, Black people, black, okay, people were so outnumbered and they were out sophisticated and they were outsmarted. But what they had was this power of AWOL. And which was their word for the life force, and that flowed through them, and AWOL came through, and everybody, including the animals, got on code. And so when you say you don't even have to fight because your battle has always really been fought and won for you. And so you just need to focus on building. And I'm here to show you Exhibit A, that white people will soon be the minority. So it is in your best self-interest to be about the hashtag Be1 community. And you heard it here first on Fly Nubian Queen Network, the network for melanated people like you. If you are looking to grow your business, please check out flynubianbusiness.com. If you are looking to better manage your money, please check out flynubianmoney.com. You can always find me, Marye Dean Esquire, here online at thewallstreetlawyer.com. And so I'm looking for this other video that I came across here on Twitter too. So I came back to Twitter. Let me see. Okay, so let me do this. This is what I'll do. I will pull, I don't know where that video went. So this was one, if you missed this one, I played this one earlier.
This is what we're talking about. This is the situation that we're in right now. How is this, what you're proposing is have more babies. That's it, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You know, and I often say it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek tweet, and that I didn't expect anyone to actually conceive a child based on a tweet. But at the same time, I was trying to draw attention in a slightly humorous way to a very real problem, and that is that whites currently do not have a replacement rate when it comes to our births. And by some estimations, we are scheduled for complete extinction in 300 years. And if you're thinking about that in terms of like historically, that's not very long. So we really need to get on this and decide whether or not we want to have white people in the future of the world.
Very interesting. So I'm looking for the other video, but until I pull that one up, let me see here. Let me just go ahead and do this. Talking about white women committing their wombs to the white power movement, and which I find very fascinating. You know, all I can say is they are loyal. They are loyal to the movement. They are loyal to their white power. They're very white power proud. And, you know, all I can say is, look, love who you are. I just think that we need to join in on the same kind of pride with the B1, which is why I'm very proud to be B1 in here with you tonight. So here we go. If the alt-right is galvanized by one overarching narrative, it is that demographic change will reduce whites to a hated minority and eventually lead to white extinction. The alt-right frequently expounds on and alludes to the declining white birth rate and refers to concerning numbers of suicide among middle-aged white men, as well as the devastating opioid epidemic and its impact on white families. Recent surveys do show that American women of all backgrounds are having fewer babies, less than the replacement level of 2.1, mainly due to deep economic concerns like the high cost of childcare. Depending on how race and ethnicity data in the U.S. Census is interpreted, non-Hispanic whites will constitute less than 50% of the population around 2050. Alt-righters weaponize census projections, relying on the narrowest percentage to count whites as non-Hispanic whites with no mixed race identity, and thereby hype their claims of impending white genocide. I don't know if you caught that or not. So that's a very interesting point, because one of the ways that they're thinking about countering the fact that they are soon to become extinct is by widening the definition of what it means to be white. In other words, you know, white people, they you know, they want to be the European, the Northern and Western European ancestry, right? Not necessarily the Italians and the Jews, and you know, but as they become, as white people have been seeking to gain more power, they have been becoming more in allies. So now the Jews are considered to be white. They are white, right? But they are, and so now they're considering adding in the non-Black Hispanics in the white circle, so that they can have a bigger circle, so that they can maintain that white power. So which tells you that really it's all just a construct of your imagination. That is a fact that we all know, because it has been historically and scientifically proven that every single race, including the white people, are calcified, albinoed Black people. They are off-white Black people is what they are. That every other race is our children. That has been scientifically and historically proven by National Geographic. It is common knowledge. Ask Google. So that is it. And another response to this looming white extinction anxiety is to produce more white babies, many more white babies, principally of Northern and Western European ancestry. Unlike immigration or refugee bans, forced deportations, or the reintroduction of racial segregation, which require heavy-handed policies, white nationalism can grow through very procreative means, just by having more babies. As one contributor to the countercurrent proposes, having 3 or 5 or 8 white children is probably the most pro-white thing a person can do, and the most resistant to any charge of racism. How about that? Yep. That's so interesting to me. Propagating Wally does not mean that the alt-right men will need to convince themselves that procreation and coupling and likely a future of vanilla sex with the wife are enticing. So okay, they got to get the brothers. They got to get the men on board, the white men. And I'm reading this because there were some key points that I really want you to hear, because I hope that it will inspire more B1 in you, for those of you who have not been bit by the B1 bug. Okay, so this tame path of husband and father is far afield from the erotic conquests and hookups prioritized in the manosphere. Greg Johnson of Countercurrents broaches the difficulties of convincing horny and entitled 20 and 30 somethings to bite the bullet and breathe. The smackdown he gives this audience focuses on the urgencies of perpetuating ancestral white bloodlines. And this is what he says, and this is, I quote, "If you are worried about having kids, or you're not sure if it's a good idea, or you're not sure if you're up to it, or you're afraid that you're bringing them into such a terrible world, just think about all of the ancestors, are you listening, that you had going back to the very beginning of our race." I'm going to do you one better. Think of all of the ancestors that exist going back to the beginning of their race. Then you get to us. Then the beginning of mankind. Those are your ancestors, and that is what you come from. Okay? So I want you to think. This is what he's telling them of your ancestors. Just think about all of the ancestors that you had going back to the very beginning of our race. Every one of these people probably had it harder than you. Ooh! Every last one of them probably had it harder than you. He asked them the berating question: are you going to be the whiny little maggot who brings all of their striving and struggles to oblivion because you just can't get your act together and decide to go off the goddamn pill, or stop using condoms or whatever, and just take the plunge and carry the race forward one more generation? Yeah. I hope you felt that. He hit so hard. I hope you felt that, because this is how serious they are about continuing on their white race. Appeals to ancestry abound in the alt-right and nationalists. Women expressed some of the loudest calls for white baby making. In 2017, Wife with a Purpose, the alt-right social media activist who chronicles her life as a proud nationalist and Mormon mother, was taken with a tweet posted by Iowa Representative Stephen King, itself riffling off a tweet from the okay. I can't. They can't pronounce African names. I can't pronounce Dutch names. I digress. But this is what they said: we can't restore our civilization with somebody else's babies. Hello. Somebody please tell this to Tristan Thompson. Ooh, I'm being messy. If you are looking to grow your business, please check out flynubianbusiness.com. If you're looking to better manage your money, please check out flynubianmoney.com. You can always find me, Marye D. Esquire, online at thewallstreetlawyer.com. So I'm getting back into this. We cannot restore our civilization with someone else's babies. This resulted in swift condemnation and ridicule in many quarters of the mainstream media, and King himself received bemused and angry tweets from congressional colleagues. Some posted photos of their smiling multiracial children. Wife with a Purpose, who asserts that her primary duty, this is her primary duty, is having children and supporting her husband, issued a white baby challenge, throwing down the breeding gauntlet. As a mother of 6, I challenge families to have as many white babies as I have contributed. Once her challenge went viral on social media, Wife with a Purpose received much censure, telling, however, were the thousands of comments praising and defending her on YouTube. People are praising this, okay? I stand in solidarity with Ayla. Okay. Love this woman. She is 100% right, and make white babies great again. I just want y'all to know what time it is. I want y'all to know what time it is. That's it. I just want you to know what time it is. And that's why I'm covering this topic. I was going to talk about something else, but I don't know if that was juicier than this. When I saw this on social media, I just couldn't resist. I could not resist. Because, like I said, for many Black people, we have a sort of insecurity when it comes to saying, I want to do something, be one. And it's starting to trend. The Black thing is starting to become popular. I mean, when the white people start doing the Black face more and more, which there's a company that just went viral for doing something like that, but I digress. Yeah, the Black brand is a powerful brand, and white people will soon be the minority. So it is in your best interest to be about the business of be one. So then I want to ask you, is it racist to put Black people first? Here is what I wanted to show you guys.
Until my people become.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to show. Let me see here. Let me share my screen with you guys. Make sure you hit the share and subscribe button, because I want to, and thank you, Regina, from coming in from Florida. I want you to go ahead and comment #B1 and hit the share and subscribe button, so that other people can listen to this commentary, because I think that this story is it is much needed. It is a hot topic, and we have Caucasian sisters out there committing their wombs to the revolution. And I want to know, what are you committing to your revolution? What are you doing for B1? What are you giving to B1? Okay, we got Juanita Williams in the house, #B1. That's what I am talking about. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. So make sure you hit the share and subscribe button. If you're looking to grow your business, please check out flynubianbusiness.com. If you're looking to manage your money, please check out flynubianmoney.com. You can always find me, Marye Dean Esquire, here online at thewallstreetlawyer.com and my new product, blackwallstreet.com. And you're going to hear more about that. So if you're interested, I know you're interested in blackwallstreet.com. You got to be about the business of blackwallstreet.com. We all interested. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see this, because I found the other video I was looking for. I talked long enough till I found it again. Yay. So let's see, share my screen. Just a tab. Just the white baby challenge. That's all. Just the white baby challenge. Okay. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to see how serious these white women are. They're committing their
Until my people become a minority in this land, said no people in history ever. With the exception of self-hating whites who have been fooled into believing that replacing their own people with foreigners is a moral obligation because of slavery and conquest. All races have been guilty of slavery and fighting for territory, but only white people are charged for it. Why? Because we did it the best, and now the losers are complaining on us as a tactic to guilt us over into surrendering our land and giving them free stuff. Pure and simple. No one's telling the Chinese they should welcome diversity and become a minority in their land for colonizing Tibet or what is now Singapore. In fact, the Chinese Empire has been highly successful in colonizing. In case you haven't noticed, in the entire world, it's only white countries that are being told they must open the doors to mass immigration, letting in millions of foreigners and then celebrate becoming a minority. Well, guess what? We are already a minority. The Asian world population is 4.3 billion. So if you're Asian and you come to a white country, don't whine about being a minority. Your people are the majority of the planet. India and China each have 1.4 billion. Africa, 1.2 billion. But thanks to foreign aid, their population is set to be 2.5 billion by 2050. Blacks, you aren't a minority. There's a continent with nothing but people like you. So when a Nigerian whose population is 185 million comes to Sweden, a country of 9 million, you are not really a minority. There's roughly around 500 million non-white Latinos in Central and South America and 900 million Arabs. When stats figure the global white population, they add in mulattoes, mestizos, Eurasians, mixed race, Turks, Arabs, and others who are not of European descent. If you take all that into consideration, the total white population of the world is closer to 745 million. The majority of the planet is not white. So non-whites are not a minority, they are a majority. I've traveled the world, folks, and the world isn't white. It's
I'm just gonna stop there because this video goes on for another 30 minutes, and she not gonna what we not gonna do is we not gonna let sister come over here and think she gonna run my, so we're not gonna continue to play that. But I want you to hear that from the horse's mouth, that they are not the minority, that they are not the majority. Why is that important? Because what I'm hoping to give you is a sense of pride and a sense that you are supported, and an acknowledgement that the last will be for first and the first will be last, and give you some inspiration so that you choose to be B1, so that you can be about the business of B1, because that is how we do things at Fly Nubian Queen, because this is the network for melanated people like you. Marye Dean Esquire here at thewallstreetlawyer.com. Make sure you hit the share and subscribe button, because I want you guys to commit your womb. I've already committed my womb. I've been looking for a black man. That's why I came back on to Texas. Y'all can tell everybody. I can tell any and everybody, because she is on the market now. So anyway, Marye Dean Esquire here at thewallstreetlawyer.com, and I'm going to get out of here because I'm starting to talk crazy. And until we meet again, have a good night. Bye-bye.